G'day viewers and welcome back to the channel. I've been sick for about 2 weeks. Relax, it's not corona, it's just a cold. Anywho, I haven't done a lot, but I have, if that makes any sense at all. This time, let's see if we can get some shape out of this log. Stick around. So if this is your first time here, welcome to the channel. I hope I can teach you something. You like what you see and consider subscribing. And previously I showed you a base contraption that I came up with to mount my pedestal drill, and I've since been drilling and drilling and drilling. Let me show you what I'm up to. So this is the base I came up with, as you can see, the triangle, and I've added this extension piece to the back. That way, no matter where it's positioned on this frame, I can clamp it down in 3 points. And you notice, the pedestal's a lot shorter than it was. I've drilled down so far 100mm, and of course every time I drill down to the allowed depth of the drill, which is only 50mm, then I have to come along and cut off 50mm, weld the plate back on, keep going, drill down to depth, cut it off, keep, you get the idea. Having done that, most of those holes are down to a depth from this point of 100mm. The problem with that is I can't really go any further, because we're going to start running into interference issues. See those two little rub screws on the side? They're going to start hitting the side walls of the holes. And also I've run into the issue sometimes, because this extension is so long, sometimes, well, the holes kind of walk. You see these 2 holes here? Yes, that was 2 holes, it's now 1. A better example is right here. It started over here and it walked all the way across. So now these 2 are 1, that's almost in there. So when I go down the next level, it's not going to be easy to go straight down. And having said that, well, how far down do I now go? Now with the drill bit, spade bit on the outside, I'm down to there, which is close, but if I go down another 50mm from there, that tip, it's going to be piercing the top. I don't want that, so I'm going to have to go down a little bit more, and then find another way to go down the rest, so that I end up probably somewhere about here, just above that tape line. But for now, I need to get all this out of here. I'm not going to bore you with that, but basically, a lot of that. Stay tuned, I'll bring you back when I've got the bulk of that out. Well, I've pretty much gone down as far as I want to be honest. There's still a bit to go, but you also might notice the walls sort of close in a bit, so the whole lot needs to go wider. And I'm pretty much at the point where, well, I need to know where the slot's going to be, and to find out, well, I need to take it off and turn it over. But before I do that, I want to clean up this surface here. So, armed with yet another new router, let's clean that up. that's about as far down as I can go, like that. But as you can see, still a nice little step there. Now, yes, this is going to go down more, but at the likes of that, that's no bueno. So now, you probably noticed it's getting a bit rickety. It's moving around a bit. So now I've got to pull it all apart anyway. But I now have a good solid flat base, well, except for that bit. Good solid base to work off. Now I can take it off, turn it over, and get off from the top to find the slot in the top. But yeah, let's do that. Several days later and extremely windy today, so I'll keep an eye on the wind noise. Sorry if it gets a bit out of hand, but as you can see, the log is mounted back on the frame. I've shortened the corner legs another 25mm, which means the router is now down to that level. And I've set it so that it's down to the level of this step inside. So first thing I'm going to do today, clean all that off, and we'll go from there. Of course, you notice by doing that, there goes my guide line. So, well, first thing I've got to do is put them back. That's just the inside line. We'll worry about the midpoint later, but the more important issue right now is all this material inside that line needs to go away. Just need to find the quickest and easiest way to do that. Okay, so I've gone around and taken the top back to that line, but I've also come inside and I've cut a ridge 20mm down from the top, because once we get over that step, only needs to hold a piece of ply. Beyond that, we can open it up. So what I'm going to do is come down and then I'm going to step back in. So a lot more of this has got to go yet. I still need to dress this up. It's cut back, but it's still not smooth. I mean, look at that. So I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing, taking away all the bulk here just up the top, just so I can get a sander in there and just smooth that edge out, so I can then run a router on it so I can cut this lip. Well, as you can see, I've cut down a fair way so that I can now hit that with a sander and get a somewhat smooth line there. That's going to be a bit but yeah, we'll figure that out. But what I'm going to use for sander, 4-inch grinder, and I have backing disc which screws onto there. Take that off, don't lose that. And I'm gonna try a 24 just to see how aggressive it is. If it's too aggressive, I can step down to a finer grit. But let's put this together, see how it goes. Well, that was pretty much about the right amount of aggressive, but it has left it a little bit rough, so at a 120 I'm going to go over it with that just to tidy it up a bit, make it a bit smoother. Gonna have to do. Basically all I wanted was a smooth edge there that I could run a guide fence along so that I can cut this channel. So that is going to be my next move. So what that's going to allow me to do is this will rest up against this wall, and I can come in further than that, but it won't let it go out any further than that point. And made it so that no matter where I am on the circumference, nothing else is going to hit. And of course I have this as a flat surface to rest the base on. I just had to remove the frame so that I could get in here, but well, I guess now I can cut the lip. And just to give me a bit more stability, I've attached this fence behind, pointing out, that actually tucks underneath. So by putting that there and then clamping this to the top of it, that's going to give me parallel all the way across. Just a bit more support, so I'm not supporting it all on this end. Alright, now let's cut this screw. Might try and go just a little bit wider in some places. Nah, you know what? No, I'm just going to leave it like that, because that'll work. Well, that was actually a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, I'm feeling much better. Thanks for asking. I have done a bit more since then, but you'll see that on the next video. We're going to leave that one just there. But there's another feature knocked out. We're getting closer. So thanks for watching. I hope you learned something. I hope you like what you saw. If you did, hit that like button down below. While you're down there, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. That way you know when the next one's coming. And I'll see you on the next one.